Hello and welcome to the tutorial. Today we will be learning how to set up a virtual machine of the Ubuntu operating system on the program VMware using a Windows operating system. Before we start the installation process, let's go ahead and make sure we have enough free hard drive space for this tutorial. For this tutorial, we will be using about 32 gigabytes of hard drive space. 30 gigabytes will be dedicated to the virtual machine, 1 gigabyte will be taken up by the Ubuntu operating system, and approximately 100 megabytes will be taken up by the VMware Player download and installation. Now that we're ready for the installation process, let's go ahead and download Ubuntu and VMware Player. Open your favorite internet browser and navigate to www.ubuntu.com. A link for the download will also be in the description of the video. Once on the Ubuntu website, we will want to locate the downloads bar at the top. Click on the downloads and navigate to the desktop link, as we will be needing a desktop installation of the Ubuntu operating system. Once on the Ubuntu desktop download page, you'll notice there is a drop-down menu with a few options of which operating system version we want. I will be using the 64-bit version for my installation. However, I recommend 32-bit as it runs much better on the average computer. Next, select Download. It will now redirect us to a page where it asks us how much we want to contribute. Ubuntu is free of use, however they run solely on donations. If you want to donate, go ahead and select an amount. If not, scroll down to the bottom of the page, select Contribute Later, and click the Downloads button. On the next page, you will be redirected to the Thank you for downloading Ubuntu desktop. The desktop installation for Ubuntu should begin within 10 to 15 seconds. If it does not, you can click the Download Now button. While Ubuntu is downloading, let's go ahead and get VMware downloaded as well. In the URL address bar, go ahead and type www.vmware.com. Once on the website, we will want to locate the Products tab, click on it, locate the Personal Use section, and click on VMware Player Plus. VMware Player Plus is the Plus edition or the paid edition of VMware Player. We can go ahead and scroll towards the bottom of the page and find a section that says VMware Player is free for personal use. In the paragraph there, you can see the hyperlink download. We will go ahead and click Download Now. It will again redirect us to another page, which has a few different options for which VM player we want. Since this is on the Windows operating system, go ahead and click Download beside the Windows button. It also has Linux 32-bit and Linux 64-bit installation versions. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording now, and I will return once Ubuntu and VMware Player are done downloading. Because Ubuntu is almost 1 gigabyte in size, it will take anywhere from 10 minutes to 1 hour, depending on your internet speeds, to download. Welcome back. Now that our downloads are complete, let's go ahead and find them on our computer. Open your File Explorer and navigate to your Downloads folder. Once in the Downloads folder, sort by date modified so that the two files we just downloaded are at the top. You will see the VMware Player - the version number inside your Downloads folder. Go ahead and double click on it. When prompted, click Yes that you want to install the VMware Player. On the first page that pops up, we can go ahead and click Next. The second page is the terms and agreements for the licensing. If you agree, click the Agree button and then click Next. Next, we are brought to the Destination Installation folder. This is where VMware Player will install on our computer. By default, it will select the Programs File folder. If this is okay, then you can click Next. On the next screen, it will ask us if we want to send anonymous help reports to VMware Player. I suggest clicking this as it sends anonymous reports about your computer and the status of VMware Player and how well it works with your configuration. This helps VMware Player improve on their program. On the next screen, it asks if we want to have a desktop icon and a start menu icon. If you would like either of these, go ahead and leave them checked and click Next. On the next screen, it will ask us, are we sure if we want to install VMware Player? If you're ready, then go ahead and click Continue. Now that VMware Player is done installing, let's go ahead and start VMware Player up. If you install the desktop icon, go ahead and close your windows, navigate to your desktop, and double-click on the VMware Player icon. Once VMware Player is up and running, we will want to create a new virtual machine in the right-hand side. Go ahead and click on Create New Machine. After clicking Create a New Virtual Machine, it's going to ask us where we want to install from. We're going to want to install from the ISO image, so go ahead and click Browse. Once the window pops up, browse to your Downloads folder, locate the Ubuntu operating system download, and select it. After it found, go ahead and click Next. On the next page, it's going to ask us for our full name. This will be the name of the VM inside VMware Player. I'm going to go ahead and put VM1, but you're welcome to put whatever you like. For a username, this will be the username that you sign in with. If you want a password on the VMware Player, go ahead and enter it now. Once done, click Next. On the next screen, VMware Player asks us what we want the virtual machine to be called. This will be the name of the machine as it appears inside VMware Player. Select the name you're going to remember. I'm going to put Ubuntu VM as it is the Ubuntu VM. The location asks us where we want to store information that the operating system will be using. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at the default. When you're ready, click Next. On the next page, it's setting up the system configuration, specifically the hard drive capacity. For this tutorial, we will be using 30 gigabytes. Go ahead and specify 30 gigabytes or however much you want to use. The next two options ask us if we want to store the VM as one single file or multiple files. Multiple files makes it easier for us to move the VM from one machine to another. Since I will not be doing that, I'm going to select one single file. Once you're ready, go ahead and click Next. On the next page, it asks us to customize the hardware specifications for the machine. Go ahead and click on Customize. The first selection, it will ask us to change its memory. We will be dedicating 2 gigabytes or 2048 megabytes of memory space. Go ahead and slide the slider up to 2 gigabytes or type in 2048 megabytes. Go ahead and click Next. This will be the only hardware change we are making to the computer. Go ahead and click Finish to finish creating the VM. After clicking Finish, VMware Player will open up a new window that contains the Ubuntu operating system installation. You may notice a Removable Devices pop-up window. It contains a list of the currently active USB devices that Ubuntu can also connect to. It may ask us to install some software updates for VMware Player and Ubuntu. Go ahead and click Update now. What this will do is it will install the VMware Easy Installation tool, which automates the process of the Ubuntu operating system for us. Ubuntu is going to go ahead and install. This might take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on your system specifications. While the Ubuntu operating system installs, let's go ahead and look at some of the options that VMware Player has. In the top corner of the window, we will find the Player tab. We can click on it and we'll notice there's quite a few options. The first option is the file. The second is power. The power option gives us the option to shut down the operating system, suspend it, or restart it. Suspending pauses the operating system in its current state and allows you to return to it as if you never left the computer. The next option is removable devices. The option after is send Ctrl-Alt-Delete. When you press Ctrl-Alt-Delete on your keyboard, it's going to open up the Ctrl-Alt-Delete for your current system, not inside VMware Player. So by clicking on Send a Ctrl-Alt-Delete, if you ever need to start a task manager or push Ctrl-Alt-Delete inside the operating system on VMware Player, we can go ahead and click that button to do so. You will see there is the pause option along the top, as well as the Send Ctrl-Alt-Delete and a full screen icon. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now and return once Ubuntu has finished installing. Welcome back to the tutorial. Now that VMware Player is done and has rebooted, you're going to notice you're on the login screen. Go ahead and click on your user. and type in your password if you specified one. The first thing you're going to notice is VMware Player is in a small, tiny window, and it will probably be too small for us to use efficiently. Go ahead and click on the top icon on the left and type in display. You're going to notice the display icon comes up. Go ahead and click on it now. Once the display icon loads, we're going to want to change the resolution. It has a whole list of resolutions. I'm going to go ahead and select 1440 by 900. This will be larger but not full screen. We're going to go apply, and we're going to save the changes, and then we're going to exit the display manager, and you'll notice our window has been resized to a larger window. If you go over to the right hand side, you'll notice a gearbox. Clicking on the gearbox brings up a list of system options, such as who is signed in, to log out, and to shut down the machine. To shut down, simply click the shutdown button. The Ubuntu operating system will shut down and the VMware Player window will close, taking you back to the VMware Player menu. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and if you have any comments or suggestions or need any help, feel free to leave so in the comments. Thank you and have a great day.